Hey everyone, it's Leslie from the blog lemongrovelane.com. It's a beautiful spring day today, and it's so hard to believe that we're in the midst of a global health crisis. With that said, many of us are looking for ways that we can improve our own health as well as increase the immune function of those that we love. 70 to 80% of your immune function happens in your gut, so it's very important to make sure that delicate ecosystem is working well. Our gut is responsible for so many things: digestion, extraction of nutrients, and also helping our immune function. Let's talk about 4 ways you can help improve your gut function. Number 1 is fruits and vegetables. Those are prebiotics that help your own bacteria flourish. So add as many fresh fruits and vegetables to your diet as you can, and if you are using canned or frozen, that's fine too, especially under the circumstances. I like to add warming spices like turmeric and ginger. You can also add garlic and onion. Number 3 would be fiber. So that would be seeds, nuts, and legumes, quinoa, those kinds of things. In the habit of snacking on maybe a handful of almonds, or maybe adding some sunflower seeds to your salad at night. 4 is my favorite, and that is basically fermented vegetables. Lots of probiotics there, and much less expensive than spending money on a probiotic to take every month. That can run you like 50, 60 bucks. I'm going to be making cabbage today, but you can ferment just about any vegetable. And make sure you get just a regular cabbage, a green one. I don't recommend using the Napa cabbage for this. And then you're going to need an airtight jar and kosher salt, and then some kind of a weight. You can buy a weight for fermenting online, but because we're all trying to save money, all you have to do really is get some rocks from your yard, sanitize them, and put them in a baggie. You're just going to want to weight down your cabbage while it's fermenting. All right, let's get started. The thing I'm going to do is just cut my cabbage into small pieces. You know, we really are so fortunate here in America. We've never had to deal with this kind of thing, and I got to tell you, it's quite shocking. I even surprised myself because I take so much for granted. You know, it's like I can go out and get whatever I want whenever I want to get it, and now suddenly I have to plan ahead of time. So, you know, this is a real eye-opener for us. I think becoming more self-sufficient is a good idea. Getting back to kind of the way it used to be. I remember when I was little, my mom used to make a lot of my clothes. Gosh, that doesn't happen anymore. Well, maybe now we'll start a new trend. Maybe more homeschooling, who knows, right? I think the homesteading movement is becoming really popular. People are starting to be more self-sufficient when it comes to taking care of themselves and preparing meals, making their own bread and all that sort of thing. I think it's just wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little extra chop here. All right, so that's good enough, and I'm going to get my bowl out of my drawer here. Just move this over here. All my cabbage in here, and then I'm going to add salt. And the next part's really easy. So you're just going to add about a tablespoon or so of salt. Cook a lot, you don't need to measure as much anymore, right? Anyway, so that's good enough. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and roll up my sleeves, and you're just gonna massage in the salt in your cabbage. And you'll notice that it starts to, after a while, sweat and create a little bit of a liquid. That's the brine. So you're just going to keep massaging until it gets really kind of wet and wilty, and then we'll put it in the jar and add some water, the weights, and we'll just let it just ferment for a few days. See how much water is coming from this on my hands? Actually, it's not water, it's brine, but it's just all the liquid that is coming from your cabbage, and the salt really helps to extract all that water or brine from your cabbage. So it's ready to go in. So once you've massaged all of that salt into your cabbage, you're just going to add it into your mason jars. Kind of a messy process. You can get your kids actually to do this, especially the massaging of the salt in the cabbage, and they can just really get their hands in there, and you can also work out some aggressions. Okay, so you want to leave a couple inches at the top, so don't fill it all the way up. So that's probably about enough. And then I'm going to take that leaf that I was telling you about, and I'm going to use that on the top just to press down the cabbage. So I'm going to break this up into a few pieces, add some water over this, and this is filtered water. And then I'm going to put my rocks on top, weight it down, and then the lid. So when you get your weight over your cabbage leaves, then you're just going to set your lid on. You don't want to screw it on really tight. You want the gas to be able to escape as the fermentation process starts. It's kind of like a little science experiment. So it takes about 3 to 7 days for the process to happen, and then your cabbage is going to be ready, or your sauerkraut is going to be ready. It's just a really fun activity. Your kids will enjoy watching this whole process as well. And don't forget, you can ferment any kind of vegetable you'd like. So this sauerkraut's been sitting for 3 or 4 days now, and you can see that it's all fermented and it's spilling over. Look at that. See how the water's just overflowing, and this one is not quite ready yet. It's got another couple days. So you always want to keep your sauerkraut in a container like that, because it will start bubbling over, and that just means that the chemical reaction is happening, it's fermenting. And really, I could probably just remove the rocks, seal this up, and put it in the refrigerator, but I'm probably going to let it sit for another couple days because I want it to really get fermented. If you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe and head over to our blog, Lemon Grove Lane, where we share easy home decor ideas and healthy living for the everyday. Thanks for visiting.